Hello people, I'm Raleigh and thank you for joining me. Today's video is done with my son Tommy, and it is Topside beef jerky done in the dehydrator in a teriyaki type marinade. It was really fun to make a video with my son, and I'm hoping we can do more in the future. If you liked having Tommy in the videos, please leave a comment down below and it might encourage him to do some more with me.
Yeah, it would be fun.
I'd just like to add that this isn't an instruction video. This is just the way my son does his beef jerky. Please do your own research, especially with regards to the amount of time that you dehydrate your meat for. It varies with how thick it is. That is why we haven't mentioned a time on the video at all. Okay, over to the video.
I'm just going to chop off all the fat from the meat. Usually you'd freeze it for about an hour just so you can keep it nice and stiff. Thank you. Probably doesn't look good in the shot, me just reaching out in front of the camera. You just trim off all this fat. You have a little cat that tries to put his paws on the knife. The reason you get rid of all the fat is because it'll make the meat rancid after it dehydrates. It's already been pretty well cut from the butcher. You've got to work out which way is with the grain and against the grain. Now that you've worked out which way your grain's running along the meat, it's running up this way. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You want to cut against the grain? Across the grain. Should probably get rid of these fatty scrap bits so you don't confuse them. And you're all wanted about 5mm to a centimetre, which is what, I don't know what it is in inches.
I can put the inches on the screen for people.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Should probably point out this was 1.3 kilos.
For the whole lot.
For the whole lot, and my dehydrator only does about 1 kilo.
So you'll do half now and half another time?
Do it small batches for the cats maybe. Yeah, because it's frozen, it's so much easier to cut. It stays nice and stiff. It's good to have uniform jerky so it all cooks at the same amount of time. You don't have to wait for it to cook at different lengths. You see, that much amount of fat isn't that much of a bother. That won't impact the rancidness of it. It starts to wobble now, so what you can do, cut that piece off so it's easier to manage. A good tip if you don't have the nice softer cuts of meat and you're using something tough is to add lemon juice into your marinade, just because that'll soften up the meat as it marinades. So we've just got to work out which way the grain's running again, and you're going to cut across it. Might just cut that bit off just because it's a bit loose, and do that one first. yeah, you'll definitely save a lot more money making your own jerky. Alrighty, now we'll pause this and start making the marinade. So we're making 3/4 of a cup soy sauce.
Yeah, do you want the jug to put that in?
Yeah, that'd be nice, thank you. It takes a while, I should have taken the cap off.
And then we can't use it for our sushi.
Yeah. 12 years later when it finally comes out. You'll pretty much use a whole bottle just for this one marinade.
But you're making a big batch.
That's it.
You're doing the 2 lots with this one recipe? Or are you going to adjust the other half?
I'll add a little bit of water just to adjust it all.
For the 2 batches? Or
Yeah,
for the 1 batch?
Well, it's all going to be 1 batch, but I'm going to marinate the next lot tomorrow. So
Right.
I'll marinate a good majority of it tonight.
With this?
Yep.
And so what recipe will you use for tomorrow?
It'll be the same marinade.
Okay.
So I'm doing both marinades now.
Right.
I'll just add a little bit extra water to it. So we're adding, what's this shit here sauce? I don't know if you're allowed to say that to you.
Oh, I prefer you
subscribers.
didn't.
It's just Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah. Messing up your bench a little bit.
That's okay. Brown sugar going in?
Yep, that's it. Brown sugar.
People can't see where you've scooped that from,
That's
so that's
true.
okay.
So I have some table salt here.
Table salt?
Yeah, just normal table salt. You should be using preserving salt.
Well, that is preserving salt because it doesn't have iodine in it.
Oh, it's... yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There's just
Well,
numerous types of preserving
okay,
salts.
it may not be the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, there's a fair majority. I think it's like a number 2 people would usually use.
I just know that that's the salt I'm allowed to use for canning.
Yeah. So I'm just doing 1 tablespoon. I couldn't get it all in 1 spoon. 1 tablespoon just so I can keep it for longer than 2 weeks. Just because I might give some to a mate.
Or I might eat it.
Yeah. So we're doing tablespoons of vinegar now. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Just because it's not actually in cups, I'm using 8 tablespoons. You can use all sorts of different vinegar if you'd like it.
Yeah, we've just got white vinegar here, but you could use apple cider, rice wine, anything you want.
Oh, that's it. It's all to taste. So there's a nice, easy recipe to mix and make your own. So what's that, number 3?
Yep.
Halfway there. I really should have just put this in the blender from the get-go, not the mixing bowl. Well, not mixing bowl, but measuring cup.
That's 5.
That's 5.
Yep.
I should be a bit more gentle so it doesn't spill. 6.
That was 7.
Oh, was it?
Yep. Pretty sure. If not, well, it won't hurt if it's 1 out.
Oh, that's it. What's up next?
The
pepper?
chili flakes.
Oh, is it?
You can do the pepper if you like.
Oh, it really doesn't matter what order you do it in, but we'll do chili flakes next. I like 2 tablespoons and it still comes out very mild.
You'd like it more than that, but I'm eating some,
Yeah.
so it's 2 tablespoons.
It's all to preference once again. It looks like a lot, but you might have to put some more on because you pad dry the marinade. Ground pepper. Now if you're doing a lot of it, you can get those, I forgot what they are, but those are the little hand crank grinders, and you just put your drill on it and just drill for a couple of seconds.
more than 20 grinds.
Oh yeah, but this grinder's not the best, I've got to be honest.
That's true.
Paprika. It says 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons of paprika. I'll have to get it out of the spoon. Could I have a little teaspoon, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
As opposed to a big teaspoon.
Oh, it's all depending on the makers because you can't exactly get that in.
Use
So I might.
the stick end.
Oh, that's true. I was going to ask for a knife. Call that close enough to.
Yeah, I do too. One more to go.
That's it.
Now I'm just going to grab another tablespoon or 2 out for you to, just a regular tablespoon.
Yeah.
For you to do the next couple of ingredients rather than use that black one.
Yep. I've got to get the.
I'll get them.
Oh, thank you. So I'm going to be using minced garlic and crushed ginger, just from a jar. It's much cheaper to buy ginger that way.
They're just stored in the fridge.
That's it.
The bed should be safer.
Oh, it would be, but
Not as exciting, hey?
yeah.
We need a bit more excitement in our lives.
So how much is it? 1 tablespoon of crushed ginger. I don't like ginger that much in these recipes.
You're backing it off a bit, are you?
Yeah. I'll do about half a tablespoon. And then this is the minced garlic. Now garlic's much better, I prefer that. I'm gonna cheat, you can just mix this with a fork. I'm gonna add about 100 ml of water. That should be done.
Okay, so I'll get the meat from the fridge?
Yes, please. Actually, keep that out of there. Might get the big bowl so I can keep a lid on it. Awesome, thank you.
Now, do you want me to just invert that?
Yeah. There'll be a little bit of blood or whatever's in here. A lot of people say it's not blood. I don't know what else could be red that's coming from meat.
Are you going to stick your hands in there?
Yeah, just to shift the meat around a little bit. So you've got to get it all submerged, just so it takes on all the flavour. You can have a little bit sticking out, it'll be fine. Otherwise it'll just be a little bit less flavourful. And depending for how long, you usually marinate it for a minimum of 12 hours. Yeah, I'm just going to stick that in the fridge and then I'll chuck it in the dehydrator.
Oh, we'll come back then.
Welcome back. We decided to leave the beef jerky in the marinade overnight, just to give it some extra flavour. And we've just currently drained it of nearly all the marinade, so we're just going to put it on the paper towel and head dry it, just because I don't like sticky jerky. And you'll see we get a lot of it out. And we can reuse this paper towel a fair few times, or a fair few pieces.
Some people like sticky jerky though, right?
That's it. Some people love it. I don't. It's just an extra nuisance, I guess. You have to dehydrate it a little this bit longer. And as I'm doing that, you can't exactly see it, but I'll pull out one tray and just put it on there, just so it's nice and easy to go.
We'll come back when you've got the whole lot loaded.
Sounds good, that'll take a while. I like to leave 1 centimetre of space in between all the jerky.
Why do you do that?
Just so I can have some nice airflow in between it and it doesn't get stuck on one layer. That way all the pieces get nice and evenly dehydrated.
Good point.
We're going to do a snap test on the jerky, just to show that it's nice and done. So if it bends like that, and it doesn't fully snap, and you can see it's all nice and white, it pretty much means you have nice and finished jerky.
Nice.
And that's the best way to tell that your jerky's done. You shouldn't go off the time or anything, or the temperature.
Well, you need to have the temperature at 70.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're doing thicker cuts, you might do it for 70 for 6 hours, and then maybe like 60 for the rest, just because the centre's already reached 70 degrees.
You just cut a little bit and pull it up to the camera. I'm trying to pan it round.
Like that.
More to the centre. That's it. Okay, thanks Tommy, it's been great.
Yeah, it has.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.